Hey guys, my name is AllieJones and happy 2018. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my best of beauty for 2017. This is just makeup products. I don't know if I should do skincare or brushes. Let me know down below what you guys would like to see as far as like the best of for 2017, but this is just makeup related, so I'm really excited. I did kind of go through all of my videos and then kind of just like off the top of my memory just pick and pull some of my favorite products. Even though I say some, this is actually going to be a lot, so let's get on into it. So I'm going to talk about these products in the order as I would apply them to my face. So first we're going to start off with primers, and you guys probably have already guessed this if you guys have been watching me since the beginning of 2017, but this is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores primer, and then this little guy over here is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer in Light. Now these two together are a dream come true for my skin. I use both of these for kind of minimizing my pores and keeping my oils at bay. They are great on their own, but together they are like my perfect dynamic duo. They literally like make my foundation look so smooth and my skin look flawless whenever I apply my makeup. So these two together are seriously so good. I like the consistency of both. It kind of reminds me of a lotion. It's not super thick though, which I like, and it kind of just sets on the face nicely. So I will continue to use this going on forward into the new year, but yeah, I really like both of these foundations. Scratch that, primers. I really like both of these primers. Next primer that I want to mention is by Fenty Beauty. Now Fenty Beauty made their debut earlier this year, I believe in September, and I am so happy and excited for Rihanna because this makeup line is seriously bomb.com. This is the Soft Matte Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer, and the best way I could describe this is probably really similar to the same texture and feeling as the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores primer. Although I feel like this one is probably a little bit thicker, and this one does not leave a white cast. I find that with the It Cosmetics one, it does kind of leave a white cast if I put too much, but this one is like literally like lotion for your face. I don't know how to describe it. I just really like the formula of it and the way it just kind of melts on into the skin. This does help with my oils. It also helps with minimizing my pores, and I really like wearing this on its own as well. I have worn this a few times on its own going to work, and I have gotten compliments like my skin looks smooth or it looks soft, and I do think that in combination with my skincare and this product, it's literally making my skin look like I have a filter on it. So shout out to my girl Brie. Moving forward to foundation, I just have two. I know that this year I did use a lot of different foundations, but I wanted to kind of keep it sweet and short when it came to mentioning different products. So the first foundation I want to shout out is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and the shade that I'm in is in Desert Beige. I believe this foundation is just $5.99 or even $4.99. Literally the cheapest foundation I have ever purchased, and this is really good for the price. You would think something drugstore that is less than $5 is not going to do the job, but this is seriously one of the best drugstore foundations, and I think Wet n Wild did such an amazing job with this foundation this year. I believe this came out early in the year, like I'd say like the first 3 months of the year, maybe even 4. I really like this foundation. I like the consistency. I like how it is not super liquidy. It's not super thick as well. It's the perfect amount of coverage. And what I like about this is that there is absolutely no flashback. None whatsoever. This was actually tested under 7 different light conditions, which I feel like not any other makeup company has done, but Wet n Wild seriously did so good with this foundation. The next foundation, obviously in conjunction with the primer, I literally just mentioned about a minute ago. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in the shade 310. I love this foundation. This foundation is so good, and I want to say that I may or may not decide to use this like when Eli and I walk down the aisle. I think this foundation is seriously like the best foundation that I have ever used. I really like this. I feel like I cannot say enough good things about it, especially just Fenty Beauty as a brand. I did create 40 different shades. Now there are some pros and cons to that. Pros being there's obviously shade for someone. A con being that because there is such a wide variety of colors and shades, it's going to be kind of difficult to choose the one that's perfect for you. So I would recommend going into Sephora or going into a store that carries Fenty Beauty and kind of getting a sample or swatching it in store on your face, waiting a couple of minutes and seeing, you know, how it sets and how it dries down, because when you do initially apply this, it looks perfect. However, once you start blending it in and letting it set on your face and let it kind of mix with your surroundings like the air and stuff like that, it does kind of get a little bit darker, which I don't find a bad problem at all. I actually don't mind when my foundations are a little bit lighter or darker, but I would much rather it be darker anyways. But I would just recommend that before purchasing this if you're really unsure or looking to look into a new high-end foundation. With that being said, for this being high-end, I believe this is about $30 to $35, which is not bad for being carried in Sephora. There are way more expensive foundations, and yeah, I just feel like I can go on and on about you. Next up is concealers. Now, if I could, I would totally just say my Tarte Shape Tape, but I'm not going to, because Tarte Shape Tape, I feel like I have probably talked about in a lot of my videos, and I think I probably even mentioned it in my last year's beauty favorites. So this year I did kind of have a little love affair with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in medium to ginger. I really like this. The coverage of it is nice. It's not as full coverage as my Tarte Shape Tape, but it does offer great coverage. It's easy to work with. It's not too thick, not too thin, and it lays nicely underneath the eyes. I find that I do get very minimal creasing under my eyes when I wear this. I also like to highlight the center of my face with this, so like above my lip, the bridge of my nose, and the center of my forehead, and I really like this concealer. It's so good, even though the price is about, I think, $20 to $30 something. That's like a wide range. I should probably look into the pricing. Even though it may look like you're not getting a lot of product for that price, this product does go a long way. I found that just applying a little bit underneath the eyes, blending it out, you do get a lot for obviously what you're paying, which is nice about this Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS. Moving on, we are now going to move on to the powders that I use on my face. The first one I want to mention is the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Matte Finishing Powder. The shade that I use is in light to medium. I like this. Obviously you can see I have hit pan on this. I like this to set my entire face. I like this to blot throughout the day. I like to use this even under my eyes when I don't want to necessarily bake or put heavy powder under my eyes. I just really like this foundation for it. Being drugstore, it is a really good, creamy, pigmented, nice powder, and I like it. It's drugstore. You can never go wrong with a good drugstore powder. I find that powders is probably one of those things that I don't really like spending money on, just because I do have oily skin, and I typically think that not a lot of powders are going to help with the oiliness of my skin, or at least keep my oils at bay. But this powder does a great job at doing that, which is why I did hit pan, and I did actually purchase a new one. So I will continue to use this until I find something like it. The powder that I did discover earlier this year is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in Translucent. Now this is a powder that I do use when I'm doing like heavy glam, what I like to use to kind of bake underneath my eyes or set the center of my face area. This is really good. I like this, dare I say, better than the Laura Mercier loose setting powder. This one just It's perfect. It makes my skin look flawless. There is absolutely no flashback whenever I wear this, and that's actually one of the main reasons why I like this over the Laura Mercier powder. There's no flashback with this. I guarantee that if you do get flashback with this and you bought this powder because of my recommendation and then something happens, please return it, get your coins back, and I do truly apologize. But for me and the people that I have recommended this to, they have not experienced any flashback with this, and I am not one of those people who's going to sit here on camera on the internet and lie to you. So I really like this powder. It's really thin, it's nice and soft when it's on the face, and it doesn't look cakey or heavy at all. Moving on to a blush and bronzer. The bronzer I want to mention is by Benefit, and this is the Hoola bronzer that comes in this cute little cardboard square box. Looks like you can honestly recycle this and use this to propose to someone. Has someone done that yet? I don't know, but I do really like this Hoola bronzer by Benefit. I was kind of late to jump onto this bandwagon just because when I saw the shade I was like, that's not gonna work for my skin tone, but then I saw that Patrick Starr was using it a lot in his videos, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it out. If Patrick Starr uses it, which I think he is like a smidge darker than me, not even a smidge, who am I kidding, he is a bit more tanner than I am, and I saw that he was using this and I was like, you know what, let me try it out. I like this. It looks great on the skin. It doesn't look muddy, it doesn't look choppy on the face. It's a really smooth, nice bronzer. It gives you what you need. It gives you obviously the depth to your face, but looking like you have a nice kind of tan skin, if that makes sense. So I really like this. I like the formula of this, and yeah, shout out to you, Benefit. For the blush, this is by M.A.C, and this is the Extra Dimension blush in Hush Tone. I did recently get this, I think about 2, 3, 4 months ago. I don't know, but I really like this. I first was kind of introduced to this when I went and got my makeup done at the Macy's M.A.C counter, when the Next to Nothing line came out, and the artist Terry, she used this on me and I fell in love with this. I remember I was like, oh my gosh, please write that down. So I remember to go pick up this later, and I literally have not put this down since I've gotten it. It kind of is already like getting a little dip into it. The M.A.C name is pretty much rubbed off. The little like ripples are pretty much rubbed off, and you can obviously see how much I do use this. I think that M.A.C products, you can use them for such a long time, and you're going to have them for a really long time. Like, you're never ever going to run out, which is a reason why I do dabble into M.A.C products, because I think that you will never run out. And this is one of those products, especially it being a blush, that I feel like I will never ever run out of. So I really like this, and I feel like this will look good on any skin tone, especially deeper, beautiful complexions. Now moving on to highlights, I just want to quickly mention the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Freestyle highlighters. The first one is in Trophy Wife, which I feel like is such an iconic, already iconic highlight. It's the beautiful kind of liquid gold shade. I think this is beautiful. I have used this as a highlight. I have used this as eyeshadow. It's beautiful, and I do want to say that I don't think that this highlight would look good on lighter complexions, but someone with deep and medium complexion like myself would look great with this. And as you can see, like, there's still like the FB in it, because I literally just dip my brush into it, and you don't need a lot at all, but you're getting a lot of pigment for what you do kind of like deep your brush into it, you know what I mean? So Trophy Wife, shout out to you, girl. And then I do want to mention one of the Freestyle highlighter duos in Mean Money and Hustler Baby. I use Mean Money as kind of like a blush, I would say like a blush base or even a topper, and then I like to use Hustler Baby as an actual highlight. I know that a lot of people were complaining about Mean Money when they first initially tried it on. I personally like Mean Money as a highlight, what it's actually intended for. I also like to use it for a nice light wash all over the eyelid. I think this duo is probably my favorite out of the ones that she came out with, although I do want to say that I think she came out yeah, it's her. It's like Ginger Binge or something. I want to try that duo, but this one did kind of speak to me because I felt like it was going to look best on my skin tone, which I think it does look really, really good on my skin tone. These are super creamy, super pigmented, so when using the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighters, use a light hand, ladies and gentlemen, because you are going to get a lot of pigment, especially with Trophy Wife. Trophy Wife, if you don't have any and you want to get one, get Trophy Wife, because you don't just have to use it for highlight, you know? The next highlight product that I want to mention is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is my baby Nicole Guerriero, the Glow Kit. I really love this palette. I find that there is literally a color for every skin tone in this palette. My two favorite are Forever Young and Glow Getter, which are the two middle shades. I really like this. It is the highlight that I'm using today, and I hope that one day Anastasia, Norvina, and Nicole kind of get together again and come out with an eyeshadow palette or even like a liquid lipstick set. I think that this was literally like one of my favorite products for 2017. The pigment and the formula itself in these highlighters is so good. Like so good. You literally need just a little amount when putting your brush in and just put it on your face and you will get full pigment right away. So shout out to Anastasia, Norvina, and Nicole for doing it right with this glow kit. The only brow product that I want to shout out for 2017 is the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. I did first get this from Gym Beauty San Francisco, and I really like this. I did stop using my Wet n Wild one. I did stop using the Benefit Gimme Brow for this one. This one I believe is literally under, I want to say like under $5 or even under $3. And it's so good. It's really inexpensive. You could find it, I think, on essence.com or even just at Ulta Beauty. And I really like this. I have bought 3 of these just to have as backups. This is still the one that I'm using that I unpackaged from Gym Beauty. And whenever I have like a no makeup day, I will kind of just sweep this slightly on my brows and it will look like put together, you know what I mean? And then I even like to use this when I do my makeup like today and kind of set my brows or fill in sparse areas that I may have not, you know, been able to fill in. And what I like about this is that there are actually like little fibers on the brush, if you can see that. I have not used a brow mascara that has the little fibers in there, and I think that's what I like the most about this. Although this is really pigmented, you do have those brow fibers in there to kind of cling on to your actual eyebrow hairs, and they kind of help like fill in your eyebrow really effortlessly and not having, you know, to like struggle with like a pencil or something. So I really like this Make Me Brow Gel Mascara. So I will continue to use this. I know that for a fact. So I know when I mention this, I may get hate. I may get a yeah right, you're kidding me. I may get a thumbs down. I don't care. I really don't, because I really truly like this product. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. Here it is in all of its beautiful glory. I feel like I'm one of the few people that actually really like this eyeshadow palette. I think that the colors work well with one another. I am someone who is not an expert at makeup. I literally started doing my own makeup about 3 years ago. I don't have experience before that, and the fact that I actually really like this, and a lot of, you know, pro makeup artists don't like it, it kind of confuses me. I've heard a lot of people say that you need like to use like a learning curve when using this, or you need to know color theory. I'm someone who doesn't, I know color theory just from what I've learned like going to school and stuff like that, but I'm someone who is not a master with colors, or even, I'm not even someone who I would necessarily consider like an artist. So the fact that I like this is saying a lot to me, if you know what I mean. Like, I really enjoy this, and I find whenever I use this palette, I love it. And I don't see anything wrong with it. Yes, it's super pigmented, but don't be one of those people who goes in and like swirl their brush in, like a few of your favorite makeup beauty gurus have done. Don't do that. You literally just need to dip your brush in one, tap off the excess, and go in with your brush and just blend it out. I really like this. I really do. I've heard a lot of people say really horrible things about Anastasia Beverly Hills and this palette, and I want to say that this palette is seriously so good. As you can see, I have used it, I have abused it, and I like it. I really do. Subculture, Modern Renaissance, and now the Prism palette, those are literally my favorite eyeshadow palettes, and Subculture, like, it wasn't a disappointment whatsoever in my book, so whatever. The next eyeshadow palette that I want to mention is by Morphe, and this was in collaboration with Miss Jaclyn Hill and this was in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill, the queen herself. This palette is seriously so pretty. I really like this palette. There's literally a color for any eye look in this palette. You have your browns, your reds, your oranges, your blues, your greens, your purples. You have your mattes, your shimmers, and I feel like Jaclyn did a great job at choosing which shadows needed to be matte and which shadows needed to be shimmer, if that makes sense. I find that now a lot of palettes that come out, I feel like sometimes they don't know like which shadows should be shimmer, which shadows should be matte, but this is like a perfect example of what should and should not be shimmer or matte, you know what I mean? The formula of Morphe Cosmetics, their eyeshadows is great. I've never complained about their eyeshadow palettes or, you know, the blendability or anything like that. This was one of those palettes where I think everyone just really liked, with the exception of some haters out there. But this palette's really good, and I believe this is still available on Morphe.com. This is even available at Ulta Beauty, so that is saying a lot. The last eyeshadow products I want to talk about are the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadows. These are seriously like my favorite eye product that came out the year 2017. These are seriously, like, if you want to use glitter but you don't want the mess, go and buy these. These are so good. I have 5 shades here. I can't find the other 2. I don't know if I left them in my car, I don't know, but these are seriously so good. My favorite one though is Into the Blue. I have worn this. I will see if I can put a picture on the screen. If not, go follow me on Instagram, plug. I did post a picture there, but this one is seriously like so pretty. It has like a nice shift to it, like it pulls purple, but then there's even like some like pink in there, and there's blue. I don't know, I really like this. These are so good. If you don't like the mess of glitter but you still want that, go get these. These are so good. Available at Ulta, Sephora, Stila.com. Just go and buy these. I don't know how many times I can tell someone to go buy these because these are so bomb. They even have sets now where you can buy little mini ones for such a great price. So go buy these. These are so good, so easy to work with, really pigmented. Stila, sponsor me. I quickly want to talk about a favorite mascara of mine. This is the CoverGirl Total Tease mascara. I just want to show you guys the wand real quickly. Such a cool wand. It has like that cool comb on top. I like this for days when I do glam like this. I like this when I don't wear makeup because it just makes me look nice and awake. It gives me that full lengthy spidery look to my eyes without it looking clumpy. You know what I'm talking about, like when you see other girls and you're like, honey, you have spiders coming out of your eyeballs. These give you that without the clump, you know what I mean? So Total Tease by CoverGirl, really like this, and I'm almost gone, and I need to go purchase another one. See, she's angry because she is running low. My favorite lashes for 2017, these are the Salon Perfect Go Glam Multi-Pack in 614. I love these. These are a new pack, and I can't get enough of these. If you guys find these at Walmart, which is where I buy mine, get them, because they will be gone. Once you see them, get them. Don't think about it twice. Just be like, I'm gonna get these, put this in my cart. End of discussion. Because once you see them and you go back, they're not gonna be there. Like, I promise you that. And I have looked and looked and looked, and when I think that, you know, they're not gonna be there, they're usually not there. But sometimes someone, I know your tricks, they will go and hide them in the back of a different stack, and I will be the eyelash bandit who takes them. So you're not sneaky, you're not sneaky. I will do anything, not anything, but I will do almost anything for some 614 Salon Perfect lashes. These are so pretty, they're so long, so luscious, and I love them for any makeup look. You can make these look dramatic, you can make these look simple by trimming them down a little bit, which is what I did for my youngest sister, and they looked good. So Salon Perfect 614s, holla at your girl. Moving on to lip products, I first want to talk about the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Instant Long Term Lip Plumper. All I need to say is, if you want to look like Kylie Jenner for about an hour, buy this. You won't regret it. Next, I want to mention the Fenty Beauty, what is this called? The Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm. Gloss Balm lip gloss in Fenty Glow. Such a pretty gloss. This is perfect if you're wearing a lot of makeup. This is perfect when you're not wearing makeup at all and you just want a little something. This is just like a perfect universal lip shade for any skin tone, whether you're mayonnaise pale or, I don't know, as dark as the night outside. I don't know, but this is literally perfect on any skin color you have, which is another reason why I commend Rihanna, because she knows what the people want. Two liquid lipsticks I would like to mention are by Bare Minerals. One of them is in OM or OM, and the other one is in XYZ. These are literally like so pretty. The formula is great. They're not drying at all. This is in XYZ right there. Seriously, like one of my perfect nudes. And then in OM, I find it does kind of pull, I would say like peachy. It's underneath XYZ. So OM is on the bottom, XYZ is on the top. Love both of those. The formula of these, I don't know what these are called. It'll be left down below what exactly these are called. But these are by Bare Minerals. These are their liquid lipsticks. Seriously, so good. My favorite formula besides the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks. I like the longevity of these. I find that these last a little bit longer than the liquid lipsticks by Anastasia. Which is why I'm mentioning these ones versus those ones. Because these, the formula, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. Well, I think that's all I wanted to talk about today in my beauty favorites for the year 2017. I feel like that went by so quick, yet I feel like I've been talking 4 days. But that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it and cannot get enough of me, then please do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below, as well as hitting the thumbs up and that little bell so you know when I upload next time. Also, don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram so we can become best of friends. Leave a comment down below letting me know what some of your favorites were for the month of for the year 2017, whether it be makeup, skincare, randoms. You know, just let me know down below and I will be down there conversating with you. So yeah, that's all I have to say, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.